Hello everyone. In today's class we are going to discuss about the classification and formulation of suspension. First of all, we have to understand what is the suspension, how it differs from other liquid formulation. In case of suspension, the size of solid particles are comparatively larger than found in case of true solution. And because of their bigger size, these formulations settle down easily. So if we go on its definition, then it is a pharmaceutical suspension is a biphasic coarse dispersion in which internal phase is dispersed uniformly throughout the external phase. First of all, it is a biphasic formulation. It means on standing, it separates out in two phases. First one is the solute particle and second one is the solvent particle. Solute particle are miscible in liquid formulation or the solvent one, but because of their bigger size they settle down easily and form a separate phase. Secondly, these formulations are different from the colloidal because in the colloidal the particle size is very minute, but here these formulations come under the category of coarse dispersion because of their size. Internal phase here act as a therapeutic active ingredient. It means the basic ingredient which has pharmacological property is called internal phase, and the liquid medium in which the internal phase is dispersed or soluble is called the external phase. Now, what is the internal phase? What are its size range? The internal phase consisting of insoluble solid particles having a range of size 0.5 micron to 5 micron, which is maintained uniformly throughout the suspending vehicle with aid of single or combination of suspending agent. Internal phase is insoluble in the liquid external phase and it is made suspended with the help of suspending agent. We can use a single suspending agent or combination of suspending agent depending on the formulation. Generally, combination of suspending agents are required to suspend the insoluble solid particle to external phase. Now, what is the external phase? The external phase or the suspending medium is generally aqueous in some instance, may be an organic or oily liquid for non-oral use. Generally, water is used for external phase, but it may be organic or oily liquid if we have to take the formulation by other route from oral. If it has to be taken by oral route, then generally aqueous solution will be used. Now, on which basis this suspension is classified? So there are many aspects on which this suspension is classified into different categories. First one is on the base of general class, or we can say on the base of route of administration. On the route of administration, it has been classified number one, oral suspension. It means the suspension has to be taken by oral cavity or by mouth. For example, antibiotic, paracetamol suspension or antacids. Seconds are externally applied suspension. It means the suspension has to be applied externally or on the surface of the skin. For example, calamine lotion. Third is parenteral suspension. Parenteral suspension means this suspension has to be taken by injection. For example, procaine, penicillin G and insulin zinc suspension. Now the second category is based on the proportion of solid particles. If the solid particles are present in less quantity, then they will be categorized as dilute suspension. In case of dilute suspension, the concentration of solid internal phase is 2 to 10% weight by volume. For example, cortisone acetate and prednisolone acetate suspension. If the proportion of solid particle is as high as 50% weight by volume, then this type of suspension will be categorized as concentrated suspension. For example, zinc oxide suspension. Third category is based on size of solid particle. Based on size of solid particle, they will be classified as number 1, colloidal suspension. In colloidal suspension, the size of solid internal particle is lie between 0.1 to 0.2 micron. These suspension having particle size of suspended solid less than about 0.2 micron in size. The size cannot be bigger than 0.2, but the maximum range is 0.2 micron. And these suspension where the size lie between the range of 0.1 to 0.2 are called as colloidal suspension. Second category is coarse suspension. In case of coarse suspension, the size of the particle is greater than 0.2 micron. Suspensions having particle size of greater than about 0.2 micron in diameter are called as coarse suspension. And third is molecular dispersion. In case of molecular dispersion, the size is lesser than 1 nanometer. Suspension are the biphasic colloidal dispersion of nano-sized drug particles stabilized by surfactant. Here surfactants are added to make the product or make the suspensions. So they are the few bases on which suspension has been categorized. There may be some other bases on which the suspension will be categorized in different categories. But generally these three types of classification is generally used. If we talk about the marketed formulation, then they lie in the category of coarse dispersion, because if we generally see the formulation of suspension, then solid particle present here generally settle down very easily. On the basis of these suspension or these particle size of coarse range that is greater than 0.2 micron, these suspensions are categorized into two categories. First category is the flocculated suspension and second category is the deflocculated suspension. In case of flocculated suspension, flocks are formed, but these flocks easily disperse on shaking, and on the basis of this size, the second category is deflocculated suspension. In case of deflocculated suspension, particle does not settle down very easily, but when once they has been settled, it is very difficult to separate them or disperse them on shaking. They form hard cake. So on the basis of stability, if we talk, then there is need of such formulation in which the flokes does not form, then it should be deflocculated one, but in deflocculated one particle form hard cake. So if the question arises among the two, flocculated and deflocculated, which one is the better, then we will say flocculated suspension is the better. Third formulation can be made from this coarse suspension, and this is flocculated suspension in deflocculated media or deflocculated suspension in flocculated media, and this is the another category. So this is the general classification and general definition of the suspension. Thank you for visiting this video.